Welcome back. Next to New York, the hardest hit state in the country has been New Jersey. There have been over 105,000 cases in New Jersey. A stay-at-home order has been in effect since March 21st, and Governor Phil Murphy says the state is probably weeks away from jump-starting its economy. And Governor Murphy joins me now. And Governor, you've made note of these at your briefings. Sadly, we just did the math, and I believe your death toll now surpasses the combined death toll of New Jerseyans who died fighting in Vietnam, Korea, and World War I. So I do think the scope of this continues to set in. But let me start with where you believe the state of New Jersey is right now and how far away you think you are from phase one incremental reopening of the economy.
Chuck, good to be with you. You're absolutely right. And we have suffered an extraordinary toll and loss of life. I think best understanding of the data right now is that we are still a number of weeks away. The fatalities continue to be significant each and every day. Our positive test curve has flattened, and that's a good thing. More importantly, hospitalizations have started to come down. ICU and ventilator use down a little bit. Those are good signs, but we're not out of the woods yet. I think we're several weeks away, and the big mantra, and our state's done a really good job of this. I have to say, I give a shout out to our residents. The mandate to stay at home and stay away from each other is still very much in effect until we can break the back of this curve.
Have you decided if you're going to have a statewide order that will essentially govern everybody the same? Or do you think you're going to cordon off? You've got South Jersey. You're going to have the Jersey Shore may have one set of timelines and reopening, and of course Northern New Jersey with another. What path do you imagine taking on a reopening?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The metro New York counties up in our northeast part of the state have been crushed. But it's important to note that we've got positive test results in each of our 21 counties. And sadly, we have fatalities in each of our 21 counties. So while we haven't made that decision, we have, as a healthcare matter, this is a month or 6 weeks ago, separated the state into regions, north, central, and south. That has proven to be effective. We just opened up with the Army Corps a field medical station in Atlantic City in the south last week. So I suspect, Chuck, while we haven't made a decision on that, we're going to move as one state, recognizing you've got density issues in the north that you just don't have in the south.
You're going to be needing some money from the federal government. You know, it looks like it's going to be probably a little bit of a back and forth inside of Congress. If you don't get a federal bailout or federal reimbursement money, what are the first services do you think you'd have to start cutting back on if the federal government either limited or didn't give you some money to deal with this pandemic?
Yeah, I mean, let me say this. We've had constructive conversations and exchanges, and we're on with the White House morning, noon, and night on health care, on testing, on financial matters. I have to reiterate what Senator McConnell said about letting states go bankrupt was both irresponsible and not factual. And to your question, we won't go bankrupt, but we'll gut the living daylights out of things like educators, first responders, the very folks we desperately need. This is the healthcare crisis of all time in our country's history. We need states to be fully funded at the point of attack, being there for our residents. And so we need a big slug, not just New Jersey. There's a bill Senator Menendez and Senator Cassidy, I might add bipartisan, has sponsored for $500 billion. That's exactly what the doctor ordered.
Governor, one of the challenges that I feel like is going to be unique to both you and Governor Cuomo is this issue of when Manhattan can open up. And when, as somebody pointed out to me, you might be able to create office space that is socially distanced. You can phase people in. But how do you get on the New Jersey trains with social distancing and run enough trains to make it work? How do you get on the subway and still have social distancing? This mass transportation issue in the age of social distancing, do you have an idea yet of how you're going to tackle this?
I don't have a crisp one-word answer, but the next normal is going to be a new normal and a different normal than we've had in the past, without question. And Chuck, it's part of the reason why we have formed a regional council with 6 other states, and most importantly, our neighbors, in particular New York in this case. We got to figure this stuff out together. Governor Cuomo and I and others of our neighbors worked very closely together as we shut things down. We have got to do the exact same thing as we reopen, and mass transit, commuting generally. What does a workplace look like? What are the new norms going to be? Clearly testing, as you discussed with Dr. Birx. I mean, these are all elements that we need to deal with, not just within our state, but we have to deal with our regional partners, and none more important for us than New York City and New York State.
Well, look, that's just one of many things that are going to be a challenge, I think, in the next months and perhaps years. Governor Murphy, thanks for spending a few minutes with us. Democratic governor from New Jersey, and sharing your views. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Chuck.
Hello from Washington. I'm Chuck Todd, and thanks for checking out the Meet the Press channel on YouTube. Click on the button down here to subscribe, and click over here to watch the latest interviews, highlights, and other digital exclusives.